Brendan in Shawnee, Kansas. Hey, Brendan, you wanted to talk about the state of Kansas?
Yeah.
I mean, literally, not just, the state of Kansas. Excuse me.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to go ahead and confess. I'm a student. I'm preparing to go into my final year of high school. And that is probably where I've seen the... What?
I said that's great. That's great.
Yeah. And this is where we've seen the biggest impact of, let's just call it what it is, austerity. It's really austerity policies that they're pushing on us here in Kansas. And now, I live in Johnson County, which is a very wealthy part of the state. And so we've always had good schools. And now with the sales tax that the governor is forcing on us, we are going to be hit hardest by it. And I come from an upper middle class background, so it's going to hurt us, but not as badly as it can. But here's the catch. There is a very rapidly growing impoverished community in Johnson County, in JoCo, as we call it, and these people are just going to be slaughtered by this sales tax that is all being pushed on us because of this failed experiment that they are trying to push on us. And with our schools, where a lot of these lower-income and impoverished people are really relying on, because we have wonderful schools. The Shawnee Mission School District that I am in particular, has been well known for this. We have lost a lot of our special assets because of these cuts. Personally, because I have some problems, ADHD, et cetera, I have lost a lot of the special assets, social workers, and counselors who really helped me, but they were forced to either retire early or they were fired, in essence, because of these cuts, which is just appalling. And I think that Kansas should be a warning for what will happen if someone like Sam Brownback goes even farther with these policies, and he may run for president someday, which I'm very frightened of.
Well, as far as I know, Brendan, every single Republican who is running on a Reaganomics economic platform, which is basically what Sam Brownback has inflicted on your state. It's just good old-fashioned Reaganomics. Cut taxes on the rich, raise taxes on the poor, screw the middle class, and tell everybody, that it's raining when actually you're creating a state full of peons.
It really is, and I am frightened for my future. Personally, once I get out of high school, I'm frightened for how it's going to be, because the chance we have tried to get this to change in midterms and in gubernatorial elections, we have not been successful, and I am frightened that his successor will be possibly even worse. It could be Kobach, which would be disastrous.
Right.
So
Chris Kobach is your Secretary of State, who has compiled this massive database of Democratic voters that they're knocking off the voting rolls in 30-some-odd states, Republican-controlled states. And people won't even know that they've been removed from the voting rolls until after they've tried to vote. You're right. On the other hand, Brendan, the good news is America's waking up. I think that we are, in fact, I think we're rapidly waking up. The fact that Bernie Sanders just pulled 1,800 people in Las Vegas. I know, I was not surprised when he pulled 4,000 people in Minneapolis, because we've been on KTNF for, or the Minneapolis Progressive talk station for, 10 years. But we don't have a radio station in Las Vegas. It's like this has grown way beyond people who listen to Brunch with Bernie. His campaign has just, it's taking off. And that's not to say that Bernie is anybody's salvation. It's, I don't believe in the great man theory of history. What Bernie's success is reflecting is that the average American is waking up, and particularly within the Democratic Party. But I'm guessing that there's a lot of people who are showing up at Bernie rallies who in the past have voted as Republicans or have called themselves independents. And so rather than being frightened for your future, take that emotion and convert it into action. And there's so many groups that you can join and participate with, from MoveToAmend.org to Progressive Democrats, PDAmerica.org to MoveOn.org. I mean, there's a bunch of them out there. And
Progressive America is one that I've just joined recently, and we statewide now we're trying to organize all these groups that are active here. We're trying to organize protests. We're going to be in the streets. They're just going to state capitol.
That's great. Brendan, I wish you the very best, and good on you. God bless you. It's wonderful to hear from a young person who's getting out there and getting active. You are the future, sir. Thank you very much, Brendan.